Right. Well, bri- bribing them means they'll totally ignore you for 3 minutes. So you want a 3 minute crime spree where nothing fucking matters? Bribe them.
Uh, thing again for me to join.
Yeah. Tire associates. Friends.
All right. Oh, we got a gang war we can do here.
Well, the thing to watch out for on Gang Wars is the fucking crates. Crates can have up to 500 each. Plus ammo. Of course, you have to get out and pick it up. But
Oh, I know. Right. All right. Because you have no door, you probably want to get out. We probably both want to get out. I'm probably gonna store the car right quick while we defend, and pull it back out so we can have a armored vehicle.
what the fuck? One hit and I'm down. What the? It's bullshit.
Ooh. All right, I'll be right back. Yeah, I know
It,
I'm going too far for the gang war, but oh, you know what? No, it's too far for my
it,
damn car. So,
it would make it would actually make sense if we were doing a hard mode mission, but fucking Gang War, I get hit once I'm down. What the hell?
right. Oh, I died. I took too many shots coming back than actually doing anything. No, there's an enemy over
Um,
here. Where is he? All right, those two enemies are taken care of. Ooh. Where are you? No, you're over here.
no, he's shooting. There he is. Over here. God, no,
Whoa!
don't go down the ladder. God damn it. Aim.
Woo! Oh,
You died again.
yeah. I took too many shots where what was at. So, all right.
Minimap says there's
Our
two.
hoods, huh?
By me.
I got 9 kills and 4
I got
headshots.
nine kills and 3 headshots.
9 kills, 4 headshots, 9 kills, 3 headshots. That's pretty dang good. Alright, now time to go look at my damn car that decided to spawn on top of the damn hill. Well, I had to actually put it all the way up here on this main road. Makes no sense. It's like it doesn't register that dirt roads are a road.
Out of all that, I only found $204. Oh well.
Okay, where are we going?
Back to the office so I can source another car.
Gotcha.
The other way to do it would be to go to the nightclub and pull out the Terror Bite. Because I can do CEO missions from the Terror Bite.
You do realize you can pull out the terabyte without going to the nightclub, right?
Yeah, but it'll do like your car did. Spawn, fucking mile away.
Right, but at least we have a car that somebody's already driving, so it wouldn't be too much a hassle in this case.
Alright. Service vehicle. Terror Bite. Request Terror Bite. Is it actually going to call it with me moving? Okay, it's off to the right.
Yeah, but we're currently in a rail area.
And it's on the bottommost fucking roads.
Really?
Yep.
All right. Oh no, it's not. Close, but it's not.
At least it's not on the other side of the fucking pier.
All right.
Why is my thing not lit up? Take a look. Oh, there it is. At some point, I want to get the oppressor Mark II because you can park it inside of this. A Feltzer K3YL1M3.
You coming?
Of course, it's up in Sandy Shores.
We're going all the way there. All right.
2/3 of the way of the map straight up.
Fair enough.
Is that not Sandy Shores? I mean,
Pretty much.
We helped you get cars for your vehicle garage. It's only fair.
Oh, I haven't even finished that technically, so.
Yeah, I wish I could have afforded the vehicle garage that was, further in town like yours. But no, the only one I could afford at the time was East Coast.
Well, to be fair, I did actually. The reason why I did it like that for that is, yeah, I purposely saved up the money on purpose to get the little higher price for that on purpose. That was a on purpose. I was not going to get the cheapest price building. That was I had plans for that particular one. Everything else, cheapest money can buy, and then upgrade later. But that particular garage was one in particular I wanted, and that's because I just know how I know with me and my friend Patton when we played. Yeah, he definitely that's
SK Advance is now online.
who's online.
SK Advance Gamer.
Oh, looks
He's
like
not
super.
part of.
Looks
He's a
like
friend, but he's not part of the normal crew.
gotcha. Looks like Super Nebula is now online on Discord now too.
Super Nebula's cool. He will take people that don't have the Kasaka and run them through Kaio.
That is a good mission, let me tell you.
Yeah, right now, if you do the Dre missions, those are paying $2 million,
Oh yeah,
but you have to have an agency to do them.
right. Okay, who's still shooting?
Other side of that gas tank.
Problem solved. Or not.
Well, you've seen where the thing is. There he is. Think you can control yourself enough to get the car there intact?
I was gonna let you do it.
All right.
It's your car.
Well, I've driven a few for you.
I know. I am better. I am better at playing support, which means trying my best to get the tail off of you if there's cops or anything. So that's the reason why I know you do the cars for me, but that's the reason why you do the cars for me is because I can fight and drive, whereas you have a little bit more trouble doing that.
Starting out, 5,580 damage.
I see that, yeah. All right. All right. Hey, idiot. You got a chopper on your tail. Just keep going. I'll be there as soon as I can. Whoa, that was a rock. That was truly a rock in a hard place. Just saying. Really? Cement poles? I had to hit the only cement poles in the bloody area? Are you freaking kidding me?
What is with the locals' fascination with fucking drift wheels? I swear. Every car I take, whether it's stealing it for uh, the vehicle workshop or just stealing one because I need to ride.
Right?
Every
My
damn one of
gosh.
them. Oh, you just barely tapped that other car, so you're going to spin 360.
Between your fast car and that chopper, I can't catch up fast enough.
Oh, apparently you can have more than one special cargo, and you shot right past me.
Yeah,
You can have more than
I
one.
shot past you for a reason, so don't worry.
That first warehouse that you get, the special cargo warehouse,
Yeah.
you can have up to 5 of those.
Oh, come on. Seriously?
Yep.
Oh, come on. Ugh.
Trying to lead them away.
No, I'm trying to shoot him down.
Oh, the chopper?
There. Finally. For homing missiles, those are bad. Like, the targeting on that was worse than normal. Like, holy crap.
6,048 to repair it.
Yeah, that chopper was doing a number on you.
Yep. Doesn't help matters that, it already had damage when I picked it up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little careless. That was my fault. I thought I was avoiding the car, but when I was shooting at the guy behind it, but I must have hit the car instead.
Okay, I've got 2 top range and a standard range. They say export as many as you have drivers for. So that Feltzer we just brought in is a standard range. So 15,000 commission.
Gotcha,
Market value 145,000. If I
gotcha.
choose chose to export it right now.
Try to send a request to SK the Advance. See if he's willing to join the server with us. And if he does, we can pick him up and he can join. I mean, doesn't hurt to invite and see what happens. Probably doesn't know that you're in a friends only and not a private session. I'm also outside your warehouse waiting on you for when you get out here, while munching on
Yep.
sunflower seeds and eating and drinking lemonade.
Well, I sent him a message. I'm just waiting to see if he answers me.
No, you should have just sent him an invite. That would have been our answer. Oh, and it's currently gloomy outside with very much wind. Can you guess what kind of weather it is?
Thunderstorm.
Uh-huh. Means rain. Slick, evil rain.
Sorry, bro, I'm doing Doomsday Heist.
Oh, he could have joined. We could have joined him, but okay.
It's worth a shot. So, do we want to try and export these top range, or wait till I got some more?
Just keep going. Get whatever you can.
All right. Well, that means I need to go either the office or call in the terabyte.
Terabyte's already called in, so.
Yeah, but I'd have to call it.
No, it's already called in. I'm looking straight at it on my map. It's not too far away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that terabyte is useful, man.
I told you. I told you it's useful.
Well, my problem is remembering to use it. Because I got used to doing things the hard way. Oh, you want to do Securo Serve? Go to the office. You want to do biker stuff? Go to the fucking MC Clubhouse.
Right.
But with the terabyte, I can do both from one location. That moves with me.
Yep. The only thing it does not do is get your collect your information or collect your money from the arcade and I went too far. The arcade and the nightclub.
Well,
so
to collect your money, you have to physically go to those locations, anyways.
right.
But if I'm out and about like this, and I'm doing vehicle cargo, so I'll just pick up the mission from the terabyte and go from there.
Right. Right.
And let's see, I have a drone station and a missile station. And I don't recall if I put the weapons shop in here. Yes, I have a weapons workshop in here too.
Okay. Come in there for a second here.
Yeah. As soon as I hit confirm, it's going to kick us back out, isn't it?
Probably.
No, it won't. It would if I was in the office.
Apparently, I can't use your weapon shop.
Oh, that sucks. Vehicle, HERI. Value, top range. Plate, unknown. We have to go steal a police chopper and find it with the chopper.
All right. Well,
remember that one bank manager we had to hunt down that way?
Yeah. This is going to be a little more difficult with two people.
That was a bitch.
Well, if we had one ground and two flyers, be different. But
well, once we pick up the chopper, she'll probably have a waypoint for us to go search, that area.
Yeah, but just in case we have an escapee system,
Right. Like the one guy that ran.
I've been thinking about that and how we can actually resolve that for the future. So, I have an idea to try when that time comes. But you'll need to follow my instructions precisely for it to work with two people. There's no way to do it with one person, guaranteed. It has to be a two-person job.
Well, I'm getting better at flying most of the helicopters. I still can't fly a cargo bob worth of fuck, but
I'm getting
I do okay with like the police Mavericks and like the
I'm getting a little good at the actual physical cargo bob. I've flown those a couple times to get a car out of the middle of the ocean on a raft for this particular system. So I've had a little bit of practice. I mean, I'm not the greatest,
Yeah.
but like the other ones. But at least I can do better than when I started.
Well, every now and then I get a damn sale mission from the nightclub. Yeah, I have to take my custom van to a certain place, and then pick the van up with a cargo bob and fly it out to a barge.
Okay.
I hate that freaking mission. Choppers to the right.
Oh,
No,
I'm
I-
aware.
What are you doing? Oh.
Trust me, I was aware of what I was doing. Okay, I'm gonna fly. All right. Woo! All right.
Scan the vehicles where? Oh, it's not giving me. Oh. Bunch of blue vehicles on the fucking map.
Yeah, but we gotta get rid of the cops first, so. What better way than to go towards the beach, you know? And get hover over the water.
Mm-hmm.
And we just sit here for a minute till the crime goes away. Okay, there we go.
There was a car on the highway that just vanished.
Oh, it's not on the highway. Only looks like it was on the highway.
No, I was watching one through the surveillance camera and it disappeared. And
Oh,
it's not one of the ones we're searching, no.
gotcha. Okay,
Looked like one of those ruiner.
okay. So before you scan this car, rules are simple for a two-man job for this camera biz. So if it's not that mission, or just anything in general for a camera like this, well, it's that red car down there, obviously. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna get close to the ground, as close as I can. You're gonna summon no, actually, I'll summon my car. You get a random car. I'll start chasing it down. If it's the right one, if it's a chase, so. And then we'll meet up. All right. Ooh.
Too close to the building.
Oh, I know. Too close to the trees too.
Nope.
Negative.
Negative.
All right.
Saw another red one though, so maybe.
Well, there's nothing else there.
Well, it was that direction.
Full stop.
Yeah, one of the.
Okay, that white car in the parking lot there.
Yeah, I'm scanning. Negative. Move on. One of the heist prep missions I had to do was steal a police Maverick.
How did that go for you?
Surprisingly easy.
Gotcha. Okay, we got one on the highway coming in.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the camera spun around.
Um,
Red car, and got it.
all
That
right.
red, well, pink. That pink supercar right there.
All right. Ooh. Okay, steal a car, go after it. Requesting mine. Or just running, go after it. The fact that they went in here to the clubs, it gives us a better opportunity to steal it. So, okay, get in. No, get in. I got my car.
I was going to steal that police car, but this works.
Hey, we got the armored room. Okay.
I've got an armored car.
Oh, I know.
Technically, I've got several armored cars, but none of them as fast as the Guru one.
All right. Okay. We gotta clear stuff out here. I'm gonna get positioned here without trying to do too much damage. All right, go for it.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Oh, seriously, they killed you?
Get shot in the ass with a fucking shotgun.
Yeah, that would do it. Right. And see, while you take the road so you can prevent as much damage as possible, I can take the highway to try to cut off some of this enemy stuff. Man, the cops are thick for this car, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, that tends to happen when you steal a car from a billionaire that pays half their fucking money.
Right.
Half the cops' salaries.
I'm not exactly sure what I did, but I kind of got in a fenced-in area with holy crap! You must have pissed off a damn billionaire. He sent the whole damn force after you for a 3-star. At least I got him distracted to let you get away. So. Is any of them following you at the moment?
Yeah, about half the damn force.
Oh, so I got the other half. Got it. Okay, what did you do? Did you steal the president of San Andreas car or something? Like,
I'm
dang.
I'm beginning to wonder.
Like,
See what's this plate say? Pretty. PRE3TTY.
like it's an unknown license plate, but come on, like this is insane. For a high-end car, this is police insanity for tier 3. I've never seen a tier 3 police force be this strong.
You should have seen him earlier.
Try not to run into cars.
I was trying to go between them, not into them. Well, I thought, get rid of the police before you bring it to the warehouse. God damn it. Really?
Yeah, so you go into the since we got tier 3, we got no choppers, so go in the middle of the wilderness. Best place. I don't know what it is about wilderness, but they just don't go after you in the wilderness. Hold on, no, stop. Okay.
No
Tier 1,
star.
mine is no stars now too. There was cops literally coming in here with me having 1 star, so you know. Last thing we needed is for both of us to get caught. I'm disappointed nobody is getting on with us tonight.
Well, can almost guarantee if I posted that I was doing heists, we'd have a bunch trying to add me. But since we're doing, regular missions,
Really?
really, why did you stop? Damn it!
What are you doing with that 4 car?
Trying to find the damn warehouse entrance. Here it is. That's the other reason I wish I'd went ahead and got a warehouse closer to town, because those aren't as hard to get in and out of. All right. Paid 11,833 in damages.
Oh no, I kind of find this area kind of endearing.
What was that?
What was what?
Special vehicle work has been unlocked. Go to your office.
You really want to do those? You remember how well that went last time between us?
I don't remember doing that.
Oh, you and I have done a few. You and me did one with Goku, remember?
I have never played with Goku. He was supposed to get on and always, come up with some excuse or other why he couldn't.
Okay, well, at any rate, you and me and Candy did one. We just don't remember because we didn't succeed at it because it glitched out.
Well, let's go to Terabyte and see what it's going to offer anyway. Even if we decide not to take it.
Oh, we'll take it, and we'll try to do it. but don't hold your hopes up because I've tried 4 different missions with that. Not since I got the terabyte, but 4 different missions for special vehicle cargo, and it was basically garbage because I couldn't do anything. Damn mission wouldn't continue with the objectives. So stupid. I did 4 by myself and 1 with you and me and Candy, so all was failed basically. Which was the entire reason why I needed your help that one day for that, but still failed even with you two.
Okay. Plant job, air freight, special cargo, vehicle cargo, gun running. Or to do the biker supply ones, I'd have to swap it back to MC. But vehicle cargo has a timer. 10 seconds till I can do another one of those. I'm not seeing the special.
All right, well, then put up with your terabyte. Come on, we'll go over to the office. It may be an office only thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Or at least the first time, have to do it at the office. Your terabyte has been returned to your nightclub warehouse. Thank you for telling me. And keep an eye out for blue dots too, because now that I have a vehicle warehouse, I could potentially get the exotic export. I've already done one exotic export.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna
know,
keep an eye out. I haven't seen any blue dots today. I'm kind of shocked.
well, you know how there's supposed to be a blackboard at the auto shop?
Mm-hmm.
It showed up once. Every time I've logged in since then, the blackboard's gone.
Interesting. So how do you do the missions?
Look for a blue dot, like the one that just popped up. It's flashing, and
See,
that's the. Nah, that's one of those. Help me! Somebody in the back of a police van. Once I saw that it was the police van, I was like, nope, we'll move along. Yeah. I need to look at how do I get rid of some of the duplicate cars. Some of them I could take to Los Santos Customs and sell, but others you take them over there. A sale price is 0. Like, no, fuck you. You're not getting my car for 0.
right. So, how did you like me come in and ramming like 6 different civilians as we came in here?
Funny.
I mean, if they're gonna stand in my way, I might as well. Just saying. We're not playing a criminal for nothing.
Oh, that's 60 points. fun fact: if you're playing as Trevor over on the single player, sometimes if he runs over a civilian, he'll yell out 10 points. Okay. The only one available to me is the ramp buggy.
That's fine. I'm dealing with cops, so you know. Apparently people didn't like me running over the medical personnel. But I'm on my way back since I saw you come out of the office, but make it quick.
I see you've got an invite to the. And it requires 2 to 4 people. So. Escape escort. Secure server.
Yeah. Okay. Gonna play one of these missions. Got it.
It was this or on foot.
Modified vehicles are waiting for you at the pickup. Our clients are under intense pressure from law enforcement and in need of an extraction team. They'll call when they need to be pulled out.
Okay, why in the crap I can't control it? It must be you in the driver's seat.
Modified buggies and the extraction vehicle, then head over to the clients.
I guess so. Where is the.
You'll use the buggy's low profile to clear law enforcement from the road and defend the client vehicle.
Okay, I got an armored Corolla for that.
Well, you got to admit though, the ramp buggies are fun.
Yes, but if you recall,
Send
this,
them
is the,
flying.
this is the exact mission that we failed to get the finish. Like we finished it, but we didn't complete it because it kept on erroring out at the end when we were transitioning. You don't remember this, do you?
No, I don't.
I think you
I
will. Here.
remember flying a red and black helicopter.
Well, you didn't do the flying. I did. But you'll remember it when you see where we pick these buggies up at and what we do.
Hey, where is it?
So land in this parking lot here.
One of you is taking the extraction vehicle while the other one's in a buggy.
Okay, do you want the extraction vehicle or the buggy?
The buggy's fun.
Okay. Then I'll get the extraction vehicle. Now is it coming back to you?
Yep.
Secure all serve alert. Law enforcement everywhere. Clients in need of immediate extraction. Clear a path with the buggies, then send in the extractor to pull them out.
Mm. Took a wrong turn. Darn it. Oh well. Mm. Okay. You are required to clear out the area so I can get in. Or at least make a path. You gotta come down here.
Oh, I was having fun making them go flying.
You'll still get to. But you still gotta come down here.
Wait for the clients to get in the extractor vehicle.
Come on, clients. Get your asses in here.
Okay. So the plan is to go out and to the left as quickly. No, out to the right. We're gonna go back the way we came
Okay, extractor
because it's probably gonna be more clear.
your best run defense.
They're probably.
Stop as quick as you can.
They're probably expecting us to go left. Yes, they're all converging to the left. So we need to go right. It may be a little longer way.
Yellow line is to the left.
Oh, I know, but I've been that way before. Trust me, we do not want to go that way.
Keep moving, keep talking. Buggy drivers, clear the road for the extraction vehicle. That's how you're going to get out of there.
What'd you do? Go off?
You go too far ahead, they have time to reposition. Now we're on my turf, the highway. I got this. We got another barricade. I'm gonna try to run it. Woo! I ran it. Really, car? How the hell is that possible? So I clipped a regular car, and it sent me flying over the curve railing. It was so stupid. That was the weirdest physics I've ever seen. Got another barricade. Woo! Thank you for the assist.
You're welcome.
That's a kind of an interesting assist too. Not ever seen that before. Just saying.
Shit. Oh, really?
Just get the clients to the evac.
It spawned me on the beach under that fucking raised road. There's gonna be a long ass walk to get back to up, get somewhere I can get up on that road, and then a long ass walk back to the buggy. So
Well,
just
currently there is.
keep going.
Okay. Currently there is no no cop things on me, so you're good to go. So you should, if you don't have a warrant, just get a regular car and make it to the drop point, or I just complete it for us. Okay, let's see if it completes for us this time.
Mission passed.
What happens is we literally get stuck in the infinite black screen of death.
Well, at least this time I have the little save icon in the corner.
And I have initializing
Last
this
time-
time.
Last time we had this, I didn't even have that, just a black screen.
I had the little save thing, but it was not initializing. I have initializing this time, so that's a good sign.
Yay.
At least I hope it's a good sign. Transaction pending. That's a good sign. That means it finally went through. But I'm still not loaded.
I'm in a session by myself.
Yep, that's what happens.
Secure Service giving us trade price on that special vehicle. They're fun, but I wouldn't want one for just everyday use.
Okay, I sent you a game invite. I also, I'm assuming the vehicle that it's doing is that buggy.
Yeah, they're offering me trade price on the buggy.
Gotcha.
And like I said, they're fun, but I don't think I would really want one for day to day.
I don't know. Light, quick, possibly can be modified either by the arena or even by the or even regularly to use for LS races. Say, you know, guaranteed winner almost every time.
The ramp buggy?
Yeah, because you can ram the other people off the road. And come on, you ram the other people off the road, they pop up like they do like in that mission. You got a basically an easy win if you can run them off the road like that.
Alright. So we're running across this road here to the office.
Yep, I am on my way to the office.
Since you.
Yeah, I was aware. I'm just driving, so it took a minute. And I wasn't just driving, I was driving at high speed, so, you know.
Yeah. I know sometimes it doesn't actually go through for whatever stupid reason.
Really? The first time you actually don't go up the stupid staircase when that happens.
Okay. Okay. What are these numbers over? Like the Wastelander says it got a lock and an 8. Blazer Aqua has a 12. Is that how many you have to do to unlock that one?
That I don't know. Is it like minutes or just a number?
It's a lock with a number. Special vehicle work is currently unavailable. Source and steal more vehicles to unlock. Okay, so
There's
to unlock the next one, I have to source and steal 8.
Uh-huh.
And then the one after that is 12, and so on. The one I want to get to is the Ruiner 2000. But to do that, I have to source and steal 32.
And that requires literally also almost 40 car warehouse worth millions. Once it's done.
Which I have a 40 car.
I mean,
And
if
it does
you,
have a
the,
basement,
the
but
thing is, if you and me just focus, if we forget everything else just for a little bit and just focus on the cars for both of ours, we could just make a buttload of cash after stealing and sourcing cars. I know you. I
oh
know.
yeah,
I know. Basically, you drive them back to the warehouse, but I do better at driving and being the distraction and getting them off your tail than I am anything else. If you saw, even I dealt with helicopters. I zoomed right past you to deal with helicopters. It's my thing. Is you drive and then I deal with the mass hysteria basically.
Saber Turbo
So,
Custom,
thanks to stupid
standard
thieves and
range, plate original,
Plate
with a
original.
ORIGIN 4L.
That is so not original.
Exactly.
That was also so cheesy.
It's one of those. It must have at least one number, so they put a 4.
Right?
Well, it could be Origin 4L. Get over there, steal it again. It's at a race meet.
Oh, it's at a race meet? Oh, we may have to race to get this one.
No, stupid thieves are racing it around a track.
Oh, okay.
Now, I've already done the one where you have to race that guy for pink slip. I failed it.
How did you fail it?
Because I got there like 1 second over.
Wow.
Yeah, it pissed me off because according to the clock, I was there in time. But no, apparently it took me an extra second to get across the fucking finish line, and that was enough to fail.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, Eclipse Boulevard. Cars behind this building, apparently. Okay, so which one's the Saber? I'm gonna guess the one facing us over there is the Saber. That red lowrider.
That'd be my best guess.
It still says Steel Saber Turbo, so it's not this one.
It's either one of these two red cars. I think it's this one right next to me. This classic looking one. Might be that one.
Nope, that's a Dominator.
It's got to be the classic one here. No, not the black one. The red classic.
This is a Virgo. What, you think it's this one? Nope, this is a Virgo. That means it's got to be this yellow one.
No, black to the car. Black left. Black left.
It's this one.
That is not where the damn icon was. That is so stupid.
That's where it was for me. Being pursued.
Trust me, I'm
Fucking
unfamiliar with
local
it.
jumps out into the middle of the intersection and stops.
Do what?
Fucking local stopped right in front of me in the middle of an intersection. So I had no choice but to T-bone him.
Alright. It happens. Alright, I dealt with the people on your tail, so, or those people anyways. You might have new ones by now.
One of the guys pursuing me is in a Pisswasser stock car. You know, the NASCAR type.
Yep. Now that was beautiful. I couldn't have done that again if I tried. That was pure accident. I hit the stupid hill just right, and I landed on top of a roof with all fours on the roof at the same time. Didn't even flinch going side to side or on the roof or on the tires. I mean, not the roof.
Wow.
My car was like a cat. Landed on its feet. It was great.
Looking on the car.
You going to the car?
I'm in the car.
All right. Why didn't you come get the key?
I don't know why I didn't get.
Alright, that
All
car
right.
is registered on your secure.
I take it that's probably your cue that you probably need to go out with her and get the, take the dog.
I go to the phone and utensils as she's speaking to you. Like, what?
What? Oh, on your book?
Yeah. I know.
So you needing me to come out or what? Are you needing me to come out there or
I'll tell you what.
do we have any daylight?
Huh?
Is there any daylight left?
No, it's 11 p.m. at night. There is not an ounce of daylight left for today.
The battle.
Oh, the one with the missing battery cover?
Yes.
I have a LED lamp that runs on 3 AA, but the battery cover's missing.
Gotcha.
That ATR one we just brought in is top range. That's why they were after us. Or no. Wait. Saber Turbo Custom is a standard range one. So I won't get much of anything out of that.
So out of curiosity, do you need to go out there with her?
I'll have to go out sooner or later because I've got the key. So she can't start the car to run the air conditioner.
All right.
But
Well,
let's,
well, how about this? I take you to your final location, and we'll call it a night since she's out there.
Oh, hang
okay.
out with each other.
Apparently, Candy, we're gonna do one more run and then I'll come out. Okay.
Okay. I'm
So,
gonna read some more and see if that wooden spoon is gonna do anything for stuff.
I'm getting to the point with these the GTA businesses. I'm gonna have to start writing shit down to remind me to go check on them.
Or just get an Amazon Alexa. No.
My Kindle has Alexa built in. I disabled that bitch.
For the same reasons, because of what I go through. I mean, sometimes I'll ask her a question, and then I'll make a remark, and she thinks I'm still talking to her, so she responds with, "I don't know that." It's like, I'm not talking to you.
I've considered building a. It's the Google equivalent. It's a Google Home Assistant.
Gotcha.
All I'd have to do is add a sound card and some software to my Raspberry Pi.
So we're going to the warehouse. Sorry, not the warehouse. We just came from the warehouse. We're going to the office.
Back to the office, yeah. It's the only place to source other than. Well, if we want to just do another car thing, go steal a car, I can pull out the Terabyte and do that. If we want to try our hands at special, got to go to the office.
Well, we can't try our hands at special until we do an 8.
Right. Well, we could do the ramp buggy one, but who wants to do that over and over?
Right.
Candy might want to do that one because it's fun, but
Which one?
where you're driving the ramp buggies,
Oh, I love that.
and you have to extract people.
I like it.
Candy loved that one, apparently.
Yeah, but for some reason, the day that we did that, it was just not actually working very good for some reason.
Well, they've done a few patches since then, so
Yeah, it seems to be.
explains why it worked for me running it versus when we tried to help you with yours.
Right.
Well, now that it's working again, we could do yours tomorrow if you want.
Well, this is
Yeah,
true.
in the morning. We got some flights.
I don't
Well,
like promising anything in the morning because people get busy and we oversleep sometimes.
well, I can't guarantee I will be
I don't like
available.
comments here and finding out if it goes on.
I can't guarantee I'll be available between 10 and 8, 10:30 to 11. My staffing company, Ebony, who is the boss, hired a new manager recently, and so apparently the new manager is going to be over the ISLs and the houses that are me. I don't forget what it's called. I'm not an ISL because I don't have 24-hour staff. So I don't remember the actual terminology they use, but this new manager is going to be over both departments. And apparently, Ebony and her is going to be coming over here tomorrow for a meet and greet. So
Did you see those twin Dominators?
I mean, yeah.
The two yellows. All right, Candy, I'll be out there in a little while. Okay.
I'm still calling wood. Sieves.
Sieves,
Sieves.
like you sieve flour.
Okay.
But let me get off here work and run this mission, okay?
The silver tongue step into the light.
Just put the phone down.
She wants to talk to her man. You blame her?
She can come back in the house.
No, that's not the way to talk to her.
Well, when you say, okay, I'll be out in a little while. No, what irritates me is when we're trying to watch something together on YouTube and she won't shut up.
What is her diagnosis again?
I'm sure they have another name for it, but she's got a learning disability. So on the paperwork, it shows mental retardation, mild.
Okay. There's no other name for it except that on the paperwork.
Well, over the years, they've renamed all kinds of shit, so I figured at some point they renamed that.
Probably.
Vehicle, Tyrus. Value, top range. Plate, citrus.
Now I want some lemons so I can actually eat raw lemons. I love eating raw lemons. Bad for your teeth, but so dang good in citrus.
Lemon is also good for fending off scurvy.
This is true too.
So I imagine they drink a lot of lemonade on pirate ships.
Probably.
Go to the crime scene. Oh, Lord.
We got a crime scene one. Ugh. Gotta deal with more cops again.
This vehicle's been involved in something pretty nasty. Go to the crime scene, pick it up, and bring it to the warehouse.
That means somebody got murdered and, it's a crime scene. How is it that when you were running with me, we got very little cop missions, but when I've ran with you today on these cargo runs, almost every single one of them involves cops?
Yeah, I've noticed. Well, any of my missions involve a lot of fucking cops for some reason. Could be because I have over 4,000 wanted stars.
Well, good grief. How do you have over 4,000 wanted stars?
When you look at your profile on the Rockstar Social, it'll show you lifetime wanted stars. And when I last time I actually looked at it, I had 4,444. Of course, I've gotten at least another 20 today, so.
Well, that's because, we did have some cop fun earlier today.
Oh, I was having fun with the cops before you ever got on today. I got in my MOC, was blowing them away. There's another one of my heist crew logging in. Safe John. Yeah, watch Rocky log in just as I'm logging out. Asshole.
Oh! Car! What are you
Steal
doing?
the Tyrus.
I remember this area. This is where we do one of the missions where we gotta steal the blueprints.
Uh-huh. And right across the street is where we're going for that Tyrus.
Right?
And look, car. Run him over. There was the dead body from the murder.
You're clear. Go for it. How do you like that for a escape opening?
Nice. Now, if I could just stay escaped.
Yeah, that's going to be the harder part.
Especially when my damn warehouse is on the other side of town.
Oh,
Seriously?
oh, sorry.
That's 1,000 worth of damage.
Yeah. No, that one's on me. I apologize.
I think tomorrow, if you're available, we need to sell some of these because I'm losing money left and right on these.
I still say if we max out the warehouse with 40 and sell it, we'll be better off. Yes, we're losing money,
Right.
but you
Well,
know, you're talking about millions. You're talking about millions. Like my friend Patton, he got like 20 plus million for selling his, and I was getting 5 million just for being an associate of his.
wow.
Yeah.
He must have had 40 high end.
Nope. He just got whatever car he could.
Car's been stored. Come back to the office. No, source another. Not tonight, lady.
No, but I will deliver you to your house just so I have a little more driving time.
Yeah, you get 200 RP every 5 or 6 seconds for riding with the CEO.
Hey, that RP helps. Just saying.
Well, I get RP for cruising with you, so I mean,
Right?
win-win, you know.
Right?
Not that I really needed it, my level, but it's nice.
Right?
No, the XP I need is in the fucking car meet and the fucking arena wars. But I am not doing arena wars with randoms. Fuck that.
No, not with the cheating. It is not worth it.
And it costs a goddamn much to upgrade a car from the base model to the Arena Wars model. Man, makes me wonder if it's even worth it, you know? I mean, in a way, it would be worth it because then you have a weaponized car that's heavily armored
Right?
that you can still drive around on the streets of Los Santos.
Right?
But it's like, do I really want to go through that expense?
Not until you get your criminal enterprise and make some hard dough. There's only two ways to make some serious dough in this game. It's either A, by the mission from the submarine that you have to do, or the you know what we're doing for the cars right now. And I forgot what we were doing. I was dropping you off at your apartment. Really? I can't go that way? That stupid game.
Well, this week at least, with the 2x payout, doing the Dr. Dre mission, that's $2 million at a time, plus the incidentals you get for all the little setup missions.
So yes, you get more money on that than you normally would. But what I'm talking about, actual serious bank, the submarine mission that you do, the final submarine mission, the heist, the Kaio. Each person, when they finish that, I think it was like 4 million per person each that was attended the mission.
Yeah, that's been nerfed. You're doing good if you walk away with 1.5 each.
Seriously, they nerfed it? Wow.
Yeah, because people were doing Kaio over and over and over. And, you know, so Rockstar said, well, enough of that.
Well, they didn't nerf the money you get from the car warehouses then, because it's still heck of it, profitable. And I think the only reason why they don't nerf it is you literally have to take, time and effort to go get each and every car for 40 cars. And it is a very daunting task. You get your money's worth when you sell it, basically.
And did you notice in the vehicle warehouse there is a collections tab?
I did, yes.
So if you can get every car from a given collection and sell it as a collection, you get more than you would just selling individual.
Yes, but if you actually go through and look at each of the collections and look at the price, and then compare it to what I've said, none of the collections separately add up to the price I say for maximum 40 cars selling. You actually get less for selling them as a collection than you do just selling it all at once, all at bulk.
How does that even work, selling them in bulk? Because
according to my friend Patton, you don't just sell. So what he does is he basically fills it with 40 cars, and then instead of actually selling the cars, he just sells the warehouse, and it sells all the cars within. Maximum. Extreme.
Then you got to buy another warehouse.
Right, but he gets 20 million. If I ride with him, that's like 2 to 4 million to 5 million for me as an associate. We're talking about some serious bank, and I only think the only thing I think how it works is those 40 cars are in there, and so when he sells the warehouse, it adds to the value, the property value of the property, because not only now are you selling the property, but you're selling everything that's within too.
That reminds me, how do you actually sell a business like that?
I'll have to talk to Patton how he did that, but I do know that that's what he did. So, but I figured I would not talk to him until we actually, worked it out, and actually got 40 cars to sell for a change. You know, I only ever ran with him, and he only sold it, and so this is the first time I've actually had a car warehouse to do any of that with. So this is a whole new selling experience for me. But I went and helped him get cars all the time. He was like you and me. He was in the driver's seat. He was the one dealing with the cops and whoever else while I drove the cars back.
Yeah. Well, anywho, it is almost midnight. So
It is 15 minutes till.
Yeah. So
You don't want to be on at midnight, otherwise you might go to the Twilight Zone.
That would actually be an improvement.
with the heat and everything and the humidity in Batesville, Arkansas right now, I don't doubt it. That one thing I don't miss about living in West Plains and Thayer and Mammoth Spring area, being an hour and a half from Batesville, Arkansas, is the dang humidity. Like, oh my gosh! Like up here, it gets hot and I smother a little bit, but nothing like down there, an hour and a half from you in West Plains. Nothing. It's like, it is so much cooler up here in Columbia. But also at the same time, the prices are like extreme more higher. It's ridiculous. Like when I was living in West Plains, my utility bill, my trash was paid for. I pretty much had everything paid for my rent through HUD, except like $200, and I had to pay for electricity and water, and I could come out with a utility bill of under $90 most months. And then on an extreme hot year or an extreme cold winter, it would be like under 110, 120. It was amazing. I had my finances down like that. I moved up here 2.5 years ago to Columbia. Regular month is a standard $150. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little under on average. And a cold summer or a cold winter and a hot summer is $250 to $300. It's my same methods I used in West Plains. They work, but the prices are just so much more expensive up here. Like basically, I've doubled, if not tripled, my utilities and financing since I moved up here. I struggle more up here than. I used to have like $300-$400 I could spend, freely and whatnot, and it just things have gotten so much more difficult and costly since I moved up here.
Well, the price of everything has gone up everywhere.
Well, I know, but we're talking about 2.5 years ago. That's how much my stuff was, and in 2.5 years. Yes, there's been an inflation or two, but even whenever I first moved up here, it instantly went up to $250 to $300 on a cold or hot, and standard $150. Like it was just instant price, and it hasn't changed since I've been up here. So, yes, inflation has happened, but the prices hasn't changed for me in 2.5 years. I'm to the point I'm gonna have to readjust that thermostat. I'm gonna have to readjust that thermostat to the climate of Columbia, just to try to figure out a good balance that can actually, be better in the summer, but maybe I have to be a little hotter than I used to, and then maybe be a little colder in the winter and use my Snuggie all winter for a change. It's something to help cut finances. And that's what I do. Like, I don't have a job. I don't have a car. So I think outside the box thinking on how I survive. It's how I survived for 10 to 15 years of doing exactly this. Cutting costs exactly where I can, Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to find the extra bit of money that you can.
Yep.
And that's the one thing that women, especially, don't see. I mean, that, you know, they're all like, "Oh, you look interesting enough to be a friend and to date," or something like that. And I have women all the time, you know, message me on dating apps, and it's the same process over and over again. You know, if they get past my autism, great. If they get past my guardianship, great. If I get past my job, or having no job, great. But the moment I say I have no car, it's sayonara. And that's assuming they even get that far. You know, they could, any four comments of those, they can leave. I mean, some people will accept others will not. I mean, I could mention I don't have a car and it's instantly goodbye, you know, as a first option. And women of today are so damn shallow. It's ridiculous. Because it seems to be, you know, care more about what a person has than who they are. It's stupid, really. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say that money and a job ain't important. It is important. It's what's needed in this world. But you shouldn't be prioritizing that above a person, especially since you don't even know the situation and you're just too busy asking a million questions because you're looking for a certain type, which completely misjudges me and my character, you know? They don't, when I say that stuff, they don't see a guy that, you know, that spent 10, 15 years living on his own, paying his own bills with little to no help and finding ways, you know, to make it all work. No, they just see a guy who has none of this or whatnot, and it's instant goodbye because they believe I can't take care of myself. But then I think to myself, I would like to see them try to spend 10, 15 years without a car and a job, and let's see how they survive, you know? I can guarantee you they couldn't do it.
Well, if you live in a city that has, you know, bus service, then it's a little easier.
Exactly.
The shit, man, anymore, you can get everything delivered right to your front door.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know, there's Walmart Plus and DoorDash and...
Yeah, but all that requires subscriptions. So, you know, even though you may not have a car, you know, now you have extra financing to literally have it delivered to you. It's the reason why when I go to a new church or something like that, I make friends. And I work out a system of friends that I can actually take rides to and from places that I can call up, "Hey, can I go here?" Assuming that I don't have staff that particular day, you know? I mean, I get staff for 6 hours a day for 2 days. I get 12 hours a week. And I have Tuesdays and Thursdays for 6 hours apiece. So, you know, it's not an ISL. I do very much live independently. I just have that little bit of help to, you know, go get groceries or go to a doctor's appointment or pick up my medication. You know, things, just the base necessities that you need very little help with. You know, yeah, I could get it all done, but that would require extra money. And frankly, I cut costs by having that staff come in and waiting to do it on those days. It's a great, if I'm going to have the staff anyways, I might as well cut costs where I can to have them help me get all that done.
Yeah.
But see, that's the problem. I spent a lot of time trying to cut costs and being self-independent for 10, 15 years. And women of today, they see no car, no job, guardianship, you know, Asperger's syndrome, autism. And it, you know, doesn't matter if it's one of them, two of them, three of them, or all four of them. It's goodbye to whoever it is. Because they don't see a guy that's capable. They see a guy that's not capable. And it's such a misjudgment and misrepresentation based on what things appear to be, but not based on truth. Which is the whole reason why I say don't judge a book by its cover, and what things appear to be is not always the truth. But it seems like nobody gives a damn to hear the damn truth. We live in a world of negativity and pettiness. I swear I was born in the wrong damn era.
I think we all were, but really think we all were. Because I'm kind of a mixed bag. You know, some things I'm old-fashioned about, and then other things is I'd rather get with the times.
And see, sometimes you do have to get with the times on certain things. But there's some certain things that old school ways, like not judging a book by its cover by what things appear to be. That still should be a thing, because that by not doing that, you're not having trust in people. You're not having faith in people. You are having faith on what things appear to be based on actions. How is that how is that fair to me? By not having a car and a job, being autistic with a guardian, how is that fair to me to be judged that I can't take care of myself when I've been doing it for 10 to 15 years with little to no help? And not only organizing it, but doing it successfully. Never been behind on a bill, except on a rare occasion that I actually forget, which is extremely rare. I have to be, having a really bad beginning of the month to actually let that happen. But I'm usually, I'm a 36-year-old guy with no debt, and literally, find ways around to literally not only save money, but get things done so I don't have any debt. Which, in a way is, in today's economy, is either the same as bad credit or, worse. So, But do you know very many 35-year-olds that can live on their own successfully with no car, no job, and not have an ounce of debt? Guy or girl?
Nope.
Precisely. That's not a guy that can't take care of himself. That's a guy that can take care of himself and organize it in an extreme fashion. That is a highly organized person to make sure shit is done right.
I've known people in their 50s that still act like they're 12.
No, we're not even going to get into that. You kidding?
Yeah, my Uncle Lonnie was one of those. Until he, he realized, hey, I got to buckle down and raise my son because, his mom's not in the picture.
Well, and then it's the whole, thing of today is women are so busy about their jobs and their schooling. I'm not saying that shouldn't be a priority, but we all come to a point, especially women of today. We come to a point when they do actually date, they just ask you a million questions, and a guy like me gets so misrepresented because of a million questions of what things appear to be, because they just don't see the guy who's been taking care of himself for 10, 15 years. They see a guy with all these problems and instantly judge us, can't take care of myself. I have told my last church, the whole Columbia Church of Christ, that you can't judge things based on actions and what things appear to be, because I'm a prime example of how I've spent the last 10 to 15 years defying everything that says actions or appearances speak louder than words. I've made the past 10 to 15 years a life proving that theory wrong, that it can be done and it be represented. But my family and that damn church thinks that it doesn't even matter what you say or do. They're going to be right and you're going to be wrong. They don't see a guy who's taken care of himself for 15 years. They just see a damn problem.
You know what I tell people like that? If you think I'm the problem, look in a fucking mirror.
My thing is, I would like them to actually try living by themselves for 10, 15 years with little or no help between ages 20 to 36. I'd like them to try it for 10, 15 years at that age, and they come back to me and say they could do it. I can guarantee you they can't. That's not somebody that can't take care of themselves. That's somebody that can, and can do it pretty damn good without getting an ounce of debt. For most people, that's pretty damn good. And it's not like it's not happened before. There are men who are stay-at-home parents. I mean, just because you're a woman that gives birth does not mean the dad can't stay home and be a stay-at-home parent. Don't get me wrong, it's uncommon and not very thing, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Well, exactly. I know a couple in Washington that he stays home.
And
she goes to work.
the wife works and makes the money. I see it's uncommon, but it's not
But-
unheard of.
But he's not sitting home idle either. His entire income is from Twitch and YouTube.
And see, I couldn't actually get into the whole Twitch and YouTube thing. I was getting people to watch my Twitch stream, but I wasn't getting any donation money from it. I learned a long time ago. I stream because I want to for fun, not for money anymore. Not for money anymore because I would get viewers, but I would get nobody to stay and actually watch because I just wasn't entertaining enough, and I know I wasn't entertaining enough.
I'm rather irritated with Twitch because you have to have a minimum of $50 built up in your Twitch account before they'll pay out, right?
And it used to be 20, but yes.
Well, my Uncle Doug went in and bought a 6-month sub on my Twitch. I didn't get a penny of it.
Really?
Because it didn't add up to $50, so they couldn't pay out.
Wow.
They got a hell of a lot more than $50.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, I just find, this whole thing ridiculous about relationships because I try so hard to be myself when it comes to, trying to put myself out there to date. And myself, people don't like. I go to a church and, they say, oh, be yourself. But my actual self, they don't like. I go to a different group of some sort, they say, oh, be yourself. But myself, people don't like. Because we live in this world that if you're not being, if you're not doing negative and being more selfish than giving, then there's a problem with you. Everybody thinks that you're doing it to get something out of it rather than that kindness of your heart. It's so fucking stupid. It's basically you are guilty until proven innocent, and it used to be you're innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, on the books it's still innocent until proven guilty, but just try that.
Yeah, exactly.
I've had to tell people over the years on several occasions, I do the right thing not because it's the Christian thing to do.
Because you want to.
I do it because it's the right thing to do.
Not only the right thing to do, but it's what you want to do out of your kindness of your heart, right?
Whether I want to or not is irrelevant. If it's the right thing to do,
okay. What about
and
this?
I am able to do it. Now, see, a lot of times I'm just not able.
Right. What about gifts? I mean, anything from if you had contacts to say put somebody in The Voice or French art school or America's Got Talent to just a little, gift that, might seem more personal and inappropriate. What do you think on that? If you were to give a genuine heartfelt gift and everyone thought the worst of you.
That's their problem.
You try telling Christians that. Because I fought it, and it turned out worse. Because nobody had any faith and nobody had any trust.
Any Christian that has a problem with you giving a gift that is from the heart is not a Christian. They're a poser.
That's the thing. I gave it from the heart. They didn't want to believe it was.
And a hypocrite. A hypocrite on top of that.
Oh, I know. And the worst part is, my own uncle is one of those, I'm sorry to say, imbeciles in this case. I hate to use that word, but me and this girl could have been really great friends because she's a creative singer, and because I'm a creative writer, and I get along great with creative people. And I did one thing I did for her, which was sign her up to The Voice. It's not anything I've ever done for anybody else. I've signed plenty of people up for The Voice, plenty of people up for AGT. I've even sent people to French art school in France because I have contacts. Okay, it's not something I've not done before, you know? I have these contacts for a reason. I utilize them for a reason, for pure good talent. But this was the first time I've gotten any damn whiplash for trying to be nice and good-hearted nature from the heart. And no matter what I said, no matter what I did, I was wrong, my uncle was right, and so was everyone else. I was being, secretive, manipulative, romanticizing, and the list goes on. Okay,
Yeah,
and you know,
I know how it feels when it seems everyone takes the other side,
right?
against you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went through that as a kid. It
didn't
matter. It didn't matter what the issue was. If there was a conflict between me and my uncle, the mom and everyone would take his side because he was older.
And that's the thing. Believe it or not, that's the same thing that's going on with my family. I mean, my uncle is the first everyone goes to. When I was, when my grandma was taking care of stuff, guess what? Everyone would take her side, even though nobody said they were taking sides. They were taking sides because, they were always telling me, you just need to get along with grandma. You just need to talk to grandma and actually get over it. How is that not picking a damn side? And now
that's called peacekeeping.
No,
they're trying to restore the peace.
They're trying to restore the peace by taking sides, is what they've done. Just like it's like me and my grandma. In today's time, me and my uncle's going through this argumentative patch. What is my grandma doing already? She's already saying, you need to get over it. Talk to him. That's just adding more negativity on already negative. You're not helping things by doing that.
Well, you can't start to heal until you address the problem.
Well, you can't address the problem if you got an uncle that won't fucking listen the right way because the whole damn church is the same way. And it started out with a nice, genuine, heartfelt gift between me and this girl that got so twisted out of hand, and then it blew up in a so big proportion to the point my uncle doesn't actually trust me. I mean, just the other day, I sent him two videos, of how I was in this autistic depression, what caused it. And he literally basically came back to me. I'm going to shorten it, and so to go into a full detailed text message. He literally came back to me as, what was the specific problem? He had no faith and trust in me. He didn't believe I was actually saying anything specific because he was looking for another damn reason that made sense to him rather than believing the damn truth. And he's not the only one. That entire damn church was the same way.
Is there any legal reason you have to have anything to do with him?
Yes. He is my guardian.
Then it might be time to contact the lawyer and change that.
Well, no, I'm not going to change it. There's reasons why I'm not going to change it. So we're not going to go into that right now. But honestly, at this point, it wouldn't do any good anyways, because technically, when I was 18 years old, I was living at my grandmother's. I didn't think I was going to go anywhere. And my grandmother, one day said, you need to sign this paperwork to sign guardianship over to me. If you don't, all your stuff is going to move to your mom's house. Well, back then, again, I thought I was staying home. I knew right away. Well, my mom doesn't have a place to put all my stuff. I got a ton of crap in this room. I remember it like it was yesterday. So I signed it over not even realizing, and it was literally years later when I realized there is no damn such law that states that. And then we had an argument about it, with her trying to say that, my staff Lauren was trying to put stuff in my head that wasn't true. and it's stuff I found out on my own. And then we had a fight about that because she got him kicked out. Finally believed me because I still was saying it even after he left. And then she changed the story about how she didn't kick him out because of that. And then, years later, and then a few years later, when I, corrected her on this whole thing about the guardianship, she said, no, that's not why you signed over the guardianship. And she made another excuse. I'm not stupid, and I'm not going to play this whole, I'm going to pretend I'm stupid card. I know what was said, despite what people think. I am aware of what was said, because how things are. It's not my fault my grandmother has spent years lying and doing things in my best benefit, and then, believing. Don't get me wrong, a lot of what she did was good, but there's been times that she has basically done it in my benefit, but she lied about it and did it the wrong way, and I don't like those that she did. And there was one time I caught her red-handed lying to my face. I had asked her something about something. I don't remember what it was. And I literally called her friend, Lavelle, because I needed to get a hold of her for something. And while my grandmother said she was going to be off going to wherever, Lavelle said, no, that's not where she's at. She's over here. And so she lied to me about it. She lied to me. And then when she got back home, and I talked to her about it, I asked her how was your trip, at such and such, because I don't remember what it was. And she lied to me and said it was good. Never said anything about what her friend Lavelle told me about where she was really at. And right then and there, I knew she was, lying her butt off. But I didn't fight it. I didn't say anything. But I caught her in a lie. So, and Mike and Lavelle and my grandma and grandpa are really close friends. So there was no reason that, Lavelle would not know where she was actually going. You see, that's the thing. I wasn't born yesterday. I'm not as oblivious as people give me credit. People think I am. And I do find out shit quite damn easily. I don't need, people fucking lying in my best benefit because whatever they're doing is, in the name of my protection. There's a right way to protect and a wrong way to protect. And lying to me about it, and especially to my damn face, ain't the way to go about it. Yes, as you can see, I'm a little peeved off about the whole crap.
Yeah, I would be too.
But and to find out that, basically my guardianship was basically signed over under sham regulations that never existed. Because I actually went back and looked at the laws when I was 18, and there was no laws in the Constitution that said this. So, but as soon as I, confronted my grandmother about it, she changed her story just to protect me. So whatever happened when I was 18, whatever reason she had to have me sign the guardianship, it clearly is lost in her own mind somewhere. And I'll never find out why it is, but it definitely was not, what the first excuse she gave. And I verified with the second excuse she gave, and that didn't add up either. So clearly she doesn't even know the real story anymore. And if she does, she's not saying. But, technically, the guardianship was signed under sham things over 2 statements. But it's been long enough now that even if I was to fight it in a court of law, there's nothing I could do. It's been long, at this point, in the government's eyes, it's been too long to fight it. So, right now, I'm basically screwed and boned for the most part. Until I can get my own guardianship and pay. But that's never going to happen if my uncle doesn't, fucking listen to me for a change.
And he's only going to stop and listen to me when he starts trusting and believing in me the right way and not trying to find some damn ass reason it's not what I say it is, you know? And then what makes matters worse, he does stuff in the name of my protection for my best benefit, and he doesn't tell me about it and doesn't really tell me why he's doing it. But yet, and then he doesn't tell me everything. And then even though he says he's doing it for my best benefit, that's a form of compartmentalization. And even though I blatantly, openly tell people I compartmentalize data, somehow I'm being secretive and manipulative. I'm not telling everything. I'm sorry. Where do you get off to say that you know, I'm doing that, but you're not, by doing the exact same thing in a different way? Just because you come at it from one direction and I come at it from another direction and we meet and we end up having the same result does not mean it's different. It just means how we come about it is different.
Yeah, I've gotten into arguments with people about that.
It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid because I try so I try so hard to be a nice guy and explain how I think. And even my own damn family doesn't trust I know what I'm saying or doing, because while they are so focused on what they believe, they're not seeing how much what they believe in what I'm saying actually does meet at the exact same solution. Just because I think differently and my brain is wired differently because of my autism does not mean we're not on the same page. It just means I come at it from a different damn angle.
Exactly. I actually had an argument with a boss about I told him to his face one day. I said, look, in this business, there's your way, my way, and the Microsoft way. Now,
there you go.
I learned his way, adapted it, and was able to do 10 times as much work in the same amount of time as he could do.
Yeah, exactly. And then he had
because
a problem. And
my way was more efficient.
And then he had a problem with it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I do the same exact thing. I learn what people want me to learn it the way they want it to, and then I adapt it to what I can do for my skill set to even make it better. And then they got a problem with it because now I'm not doing it their way, and I'm doing more than necessary. So supposedly doing more than necessary.
Yep. Well, I need to get off here, bud.
Yeah, Candy's waiting for
After
you.
midnight, and she's waiting on me, and Puppy's here at my feet wanting to go out. So
yeah. I'm sorry for ranting. It just, as you can see,
it's all right, man.
As you can see, you know, life has, you know, crapped on me one too many times, and you know, I am quite negative myself, but at the same time, I kind of have a good reason to when everyone and everything around me, including my own damn family, tries to accuse me of all this crap, but yet they sit there and do it exactly themselves, just a different way. It makes I can openly see this, but they are so focused on the negative that they don't, even though they say their mind is open, they're truly not open. Because the one thing I love about autism, especially Asperger's syndrome, is I have, you know, I know a couple other people with Asperger's syndrome as well, and all three of us, me and the other two, we have what I like to call, and they love it. They love that I call it like this. We call it multiphasic thinking, and what reason why I call that is I could be talking, you know, sitting, not so much sitting in front of my computer, but I could be sitting in a restaurant talking to somebody in front of me. I'd be hearing what goes on in the kitchen if the kitchen is nearby, hearing 3 or 4 or 5 discussions to my left. If there's discussions to my right, I'd be hearing those. Discussions in the back. If there's music playing, I'd be listening to that and pinpointing where everyone is based on noise perception. You're talking massive amount of data going through me and my other 2 autistic Asperger's syndrome friends at a massive scale that is most people don't even realize is happening.
I had a friend in trade school that was autistic, he had Asperger's like you, but in his case, um, he didn't show emotion at all because emotion made no sense to him.
So,
But man, you talk about a smart little kid, a little bastard.
yeah, but he was in school. You guys were in school, right? I was the same way. When I was younger, I didn't show much emotion either. So
it was Votech, so it was in between high school and college.
It doesn't matter. Even if it was in Votech, even everything before, including probably his own college after Votech, you're still looking at the kid.
He works for his mom and dad at a pawn shop.
Right, but that still doesn't change the fact that
and still doesn't show emotion. And he's 25, 26 now.
Okay, well, I can't really argue there. But to be fair, I didn't start taking care of myself and living out on my own until I was about probably 25 anyways. So,
he's smart enough that he could take care of himself, but his mom won't let go. Won't let him move out.
And see, that's also a problem. Some parents, when you have a mental disability, they can't let go. So,
But, in his case, it actually works out for everyone involved because he's helping at the pawn shop. He has a deeper understanding of computers and electronics in general than even I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I started when the 386 was brand fucking new.
You kidding? Okay. I remember whenever I had this little old Motorola track phone. It wasn't a smartphone. It wasn't a flip phone. It was this little dinky little Motorola with just a flat glass screen and the buttons on the keypad, and it was just one unit. No flip, no smart. It was just blah.
I actually have one of those.
I think it was.
I don't use it. It's not a Motorola though. I think it's a Nokia, but it's got the little. It's got the physical keyboard like the old BlackBerry had.
Gotcha. Oh, the good old BlackBerry, the ones that everyone used for keeping track of your agendas and your calendar until smartphones came out.
Yeah, now even the cheapest smartphone does everything a BlackBerry did and then some.
Right, exactly. It's funny.
But I
remember the BlackBerry phase because I remember my friends and family having a BlackBerry. They would have the little stylus, and they would be, that was all the rage. You had to have your stylus and use it with the BlackBerry.
Fuck that stylus. I've bought styluses over the years, and they get used a few times and then promptly lost.
Right.
It's like, fuck this.
Right.
I still have. Do you remember the Motorola Rocker?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, I have one of those.
Gotcha.
I would still be using it today if the screen hadn't gone out.
Nice. Do you remember the big honking 10-pound monitors? The one, the
big
ones
CRT monitors. Yeah.
You're talking about the old monitors that basically had the big honking screen. It stuck out probably 12 inches and weighed 10 to 20 pounds.
If you were lucky, you found one that was 10 pounds. Most of them were 20 plus.
So I had a monitor like that. Best monitor in the world. That thing fucking lasted for eons, I swear. And I also...
Oh, you want to talk about big CRTs? The largest CRT I've ever used, was connected to a video editing machine, a linear editor,
Okay.
that had its own custom OS and everything.
Right.
That fucking screen was 75 inches diagonal, weighed 500 pounds.
You couldn't move it without a dolly.
No, when the time finally came to replace it, the school had to hire additional staff for one day just to move it.
I could believe it.
Nobody else on the staff that poor head janitor. He couldn't have moved it if his life depended on it.
Right, right. Well,
But
get this.
even when I was in school, the guy was like in his 80s and still working. But
Right. So get this. Back when I was in fourth grade, they had a similar monitor, but it was much smaller with a computer. My fourth grade teacher, she would let us she would do tests, and anybody that was done first got to go play on the computer, which had one game on the entire computer. It had one game, and it was Rayman or Raven or whatever it's called. Old 19
Rayman.
Rayman, yeah, Rayman. So it was kind of the incentive in fourth grade. Finish your test first. You study hard. You finish your test first. You get to go play on the computer. And you play the computer. You play the computer while everyone else doesn't get to for the entire time until the last person finishes their test.
Oh man. In sixth grade, I was attending Liberty Elementary in Oklahoma. Their computer lab consisted of 8 TRS-80s, only one of which had a floppy drive.
Oh no! Oh, hold on. Was it the 3.5 floppy drives before we got the whole digital era, or was the big honking
5 1/4?
5 1/4? Yeah. Do you know? Hold on.
I've actually seen
before you finish that.
floppy.
Before you finish that, did you know? I actually learned something new. But do you know the systems that actually run the nuclear missiles just in the U.S. alone still use the 5 1/4 floppy disks?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's
actually, I'm slightly surprised they're not using the 8-inch discs.
well, the reason why they still use all that older equipment is because it's detached from today's technology and can't be hacked, and that's the reason why they still use it. It's so hilarious.
To hack it, all you gotta do is swap the disc.
Well, no. So you don't just need the disc. You also need the 2 people watching the station for each of their keys. So you need the disc and the keys to even launch a nuke, basically. It's hilarious. And from what I understand, the entire system is digital, yes, with a computer and whatnot, but it's the old 3.5 DOS system.
I think they've upgraded a little since then, but
I don't know. We're talking about an old system that's detached from the normal network of today's technology. So
you want to know something? You want to hear something scary?
What's that?
The fucking radar tower at Fort Smith International Airport runs on 8086 processors and vacuum tubes.
Vacuum tubes? Oh.
And the software that runs it was written in assembly for the 8086 specifically.
I'm sorry, when was the last time we even used those kind of tubes in society? I mean, come on.
Vacuum tubes are starting to make a comeback, but not for data.
Well,
they're being used in audio.
I get that, but when was the last time we stopped using them before they started making comment? That's the thing. We're talking about like 50 years of not using tubes, or so.
It depended on your use case, but yeah, the vast majority stopped using them in the late 70s.
Right. The days of disco.
Because we had transistors.
Right.
And they figured out
this is what changed the whole thing with electronics.
They can make a chip that is 1 inch square with millions of transistors,
and then charge you overpriced price just to sell it to you. When in reality, it costs less than pretty much anything.
Well, no, it's not. It's not that cheap to produce, really, because you got to factor in the cost of the silicon, the cost of the brass or gold or whatever they're putting on the pins these days,
right?
The R&D cost, which granted that's a one-time thing. The electricity to run the plant to create the chips.
Okay, but you're still looking at the simple fact of it still costs more by the time it gets to the consumer, because not when by the time they finish the production and get it all fixed and everything, when they sell it to the consumer, it's like 100, if not 300 to 500 times more than what it's actually worth. That's the wonders of capitalism.
Yeah, it's a little thing called supply and demand.
Pretty much, it's like a bag of chips. You pay for a bag of chips. It says on the package that it's full, especially when you get the big jumbo size bag. But then when you open it, you got a half a bag of chips and half of it is air. It's like, did I really get what I paid for? You're paying more for the damn packaging than you are the damn chips.
Considering it's sold by weight, yes, you're getting exactly what you paid for.
Exactly.
Vedem Tor. And it's not air, by the way. When they first seal them up, they're packed with nitrogen.
And that's even worse. That's even worse.
Not regular air.
You know that's even worse.
Nitrogen.
That's even worse.
It's a preservative.
It may be a preservative, but that's even worse when you think about it.
Yeah. That's why sometimes if you open a bag that has been sitting on the shelf for a while, but it's never been opened, it smells kind of funny the first time you open it. That's the nitrogen.
But it's still my point. You're paying more for the packaging than you are for the damn chips.
Oh, yeah. Electronics companies do that shit all the time.
But again, wonders of capitalism. I mean,
it's very much a buyer beware market.
Yep. Well, if you think about it, look at how the Great Roman Empire fell. I mean, in a lot of ways, the Great Roman Empire was a capitalism society. And yes, they did, literally get destroyed because of war. But the problem is, what caused the war? Exactly what's happening with our own USA government. Infighting, system lockup, to the point that, nobody gets along. We're literally following in our own system. I mean, every empire on this planet that's ever done a capitalism society has only lasted 300 years. We are now, or just about 300 years, and we are currently at almost 250 years.
This whole woke movement.
Oh, we don't that we're not even getting into that.
I just want to string them all up, because they are forgetting the one most important phrase they should have learned in school. Those who forget history are doomed to repeat it.
Well, it's not just that. Look at our own, Democrats.
And what are these idiots doing? They're taking down memorials. They're taking down museums so that nobody can learn their fucking history.
Well, get and look at the Democrats. I mean, they're forgetting what our country was fought of. I mean, our country wasn't born out of being kind and nice. No, our country was literally born out of blood, sweat, tears, war, blood, fighting. Brutality is what it was, because we tried to do it the nice way with the Queen of England back then, and she wouldn't let us. Guess what? We did the Boston Tea Party. We went to Civil War. We won, got our rights. But we had to do it. This country was founded on brutality. And Democrats, I don't even get their method, but it's like I'm looking at the Democrats today and comparing it to our own ancestors that gave us our country. Not the ancestors that actually, fought for us for this country, but the ancestors that was over in Britain that we were fighting against. I look at our Democrats and I'm thinking, it's just British Empire all over again. It's a British damn empire all over again.
Modern America has a lot to learn from the natives that were here before Columbus.
I know it's so stupid. It's like everything that we fought for that our ancestors fought for, the Democrats are throwing out the damn window, and then we got the whole woke movement that's completely destroying everything. It's like we're basically reverting what our ancestors fought for us is basically being destroyed within. And that 300-year capitalism mark, it exactly the same thing that happened with Roman Empire. Capitalism, freedoms, just like we do. 300 years went by, they were destroyed because of infighting and shit like this. It's history is repeating itself after all these centuries because we're following the same system.
Anyone that would give up their freedom in exchange for security deserves neither.
Well,
and I believe Washington was the one that said something along that line.
Yes, George Washington was the one that said that, actually, believe it or not. But see, that's the whole thing I'm getting at. Democrats want to take away the guns to stop the shootings. And I'm thinking, well, unless you're just taking the gun and bunting them with the damn back of the gun or a pistol, still bunting it with the handle, then the gun itself is just but a tool. Take away the damn bullets, I guess solve the problem for the majority of the problem.
No, he wouldn't solve it because
he wouldn't solve it completely, but
the criminal element would just carry on making their own bullets, like they are already fucking doing.
We're not talking about criminals. The reason why the Democrats want to take away the guns is not because of the criminals, really. I mean, yes, that's part of it. Their reasoning is they want to stop the school shootings, the cases of shootings in Walmarts or stuff like that. And I'm thinking,
so teach your kids gun safety. And keep teaching them until they get it. And pretty soon you've got a generation that knows what the fuck they're doing.
But that's the problem. Democrats aren't seeing it that way. They just want to take away the guns, just like the British Empire did for their citizens.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
If you
some of the best guns in the world are made in Britain.
That's the ironic part. True. Most of the best guns are made in Britain. That's the funny part. But see, that's the point. Yes, it's not going to solve the criminal section because they do make their own ammo. When you take away the gun, it's not going to solve it for the criminal empire because there's going to be a whole black market of gun selling that's never seen in today's time. But you take away the ammo, and it slows the production of guns or ammo making down with the criminal enterprise. It would take a hell of a lot more money and expensive for them to maintain that than it does now, basically.
Well, here's the thing. Thanks to this nice little invention called the internet, you can find recipes online, if you know where to look, to make your own gunpowder, make your own C4, anything you could think of, including a fucking nuclear bomb. You can find the damn recipe online.
I know. And ironically enough, it's not just with the elements that scientists came up with. It could literally be with household items that you would never think to use. It's so stupid.
Yeah. Granted, hydrogen is one of the most effective.
Yeah. We're not.
Or,
I'm sorry. It's the reason why I'm making my
any radioactive material can be used.
Well, that's the thing. That's the reason why I'm making my actual invention idea. I mean, yes, if the math is correct and my simulations are correct, I have solved the power crisis of the entire world, but in the process put a big damn target against, not only, power companies and oil companies, but since I can make it as small as, in your palm of your hand, we're now talking about cell phone and tech companies as well being threatened. We're talking about an invention idea that changes everything about power and technology. from the
Well-
palm of your hand to a spaceship putting humans in space. So
Well, you get a working couple of prototypes. Send me
so-
one.
hey, I've already done the simulations. I've already done the math, and according to my simulation that I got currently, even the prototype that I have, made small enough for $300, the little capacitor bank that I attached to it to make it all work, even with that little bitty thing for a standard size capacitor bank, it charged that capacitor bank in 12 hours. And it was no smaller than, those little circles on a power outlet that, when an electrician puts a outlet in the wall, but they got to take out one of those little metal circles to put the wire through. Yeah, it's no bigger than 5 sheets of those little metal circle things. And it can charge a standard capacitor bank in 12 hours to full capacity.
I've seen a couple of projects out there using supercapacitor and a
Right.
custom-built circuit to replace car batteries.
Right, but see, if this actually works like the simulation says, you don't even need a car battery anymore. You should put one of these in your car, or they start putting these in the car. You now have a self-sufficient car as well as anything else in the world, from the palm of your hand to every device technology-wise we use. It's as you call it, 0-point energy, but in a most simplistic way that everybody's lost on. I mean, we're trying to come up with complicated solutions to fix world problems. And according to my math, according to my calculations, and definitely according to my simulations that I've done, this device, although it is very much a caveman style device, it's potent according to the simulations, even for that little bitty device. It's truly the device that could and will change the world.
Well,
It's an Albert Einstein-worthy device. And since one of my great ancestors actually invented the first party line, I got a little bit of inventor DNA in my blood. So,
well, your next step then is to get a prototype built.
it's on the list.
Just make damn sure that anybody helping you with it signs an NDA.
Oh, well, the only people that actually know what's going on is my uncle and my cousin Mason, but they are basically sworn to not say anything at the moment. Only that, that there's
Your uncle that you can't trust enough to throw him?
pretty much, yes. Which is why he's only got limited information. He doesn't have everything that I got plans for. So
Well,
Mason also
I wouldn't have trusted him with that much.
Well,
But
I trusted him with that much because I'm hoping he's willing to help support and make the invention idea. So I'm hoping that he can help. Now that I've got it in a more reasonable price, he's more willing to help pay for it. So we'll see. But until we stop fighting, I can't really do much of anything. I'm not trusting him with everything that I've done or the information that I've found done for simulations. But according to the simulations, it's tiny but mighty.
Yep.
And if I made the same type of generator but put it in a pillar format all the way up to a ceiling on say from a standard floor, 1 floor story, the power alone would be just astronomical on that one device, according to just this micro little bitty thumb device.
Well, that's something to look at too, is building them at different sizes for different capacities.
Right. That's the reason why I said anything from your palm of your hand, like an Echo Dot. If you're lost in the wilderness and need to charge your cell phone battery because your cell phone is running out of battery and you're not in cell service range, but you're just over that ridge, you're going to get cell service, but you're not going to have the battery power by the time you get there. That's where this device could come in hand. Or a car, or an airplane, space shuttle, space station, Even on, since we want to go to the moon and Mars, it can even be done with that, so we don't have astronauts outside the domes risking their lives, not only building a solar panel system, but also maintaining that solar panel system, both of which are already extremely costly to do. And it literally it also requires a human to be out there to maintain it, where this device can literally have its own dome in the city. It's
No,
great.
you can build robots to maintain that. Just make sure that
Yeah.
you have at least 2 of them, so that if one goes down, the other can repair.
I'm sorry. Have you looked at the latest study on the Martian surface alone? That would work on the moon, but have you not seen the studies on the dust and the grime on Martian surface?
Yeah, I check in on the rovers that are up there every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen what the dust does to the rovers.
It
But
doesn't take
here's-
long.
Here's where they fucked up. Each rover they send up there, they send it by itself. There is not another rover worth of spare parts. There is not a maintenance droid going with it to fix it if it breaks down. It's up there on its own. Each one of them is up there
Oh,
on their own.
right. I'm sorry.
And no 2 have interchangeable parts.
I'm sorry, but I have to say this. I'm going to use a Star Wars reference here. You probably know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it anyways. This is not the droid you are looking for.
Yeah. I almost pulled that line on a guy at the grocery store the other day, because he's got a newer Galaxy phone. He's got the A15, and he was complaining about it doing this and that and the other. I said, well, that's what you get, planned obsolescence.
Right. Right.
Even though it's a newer model, my A03 is better than his A15.
Exactly. This is not the droid you were looking for. Oh, anyways, you better get out there with Candy. I've already taken you up longer, so.
Yeah, we've been talking for an hour.
Hey, it's a wonders of having a good friend to talk to, and having commonalities that can talk like this. And you're right. The fact that I can literally make an entire Minecraft network with those mods. Yeah, you're right. I have too much time on my hands, and that's literally because no girl will date me or want to date me or want to really get to know me because of what things appear to be. So, the only reason why I don't have a wife, the only reason why I don't have a girl is because every girl I've met so far has been so damn shallow, it ain't funny.
See, you need to get out there and mingle with the gaming crowd and find you a gamer girl. I did.
Okay, I tried that. You know how many times, but the thing is, I made it to the party a little too late. Guess what? Most gamer girls are already taken.
Yeah, but there's bound to be one out there somewhere. I mean,
they say that.
Candy and I weren't even looking and found each other.
They say that there is a person out there for everyone, and I'm to the point. I'm 36 years old. I haven't looked for a girlfriend or even wanted a girlfriend for 10 to 15 years now, ever since my ex. And part of me still doesn't, but I'm also like a guy, I do long for that white picket fence, but at the same time, it's like, they say they say there's a person out there for everyone, but I'm 36 years old now. When is that going to happen?
Let's see, you're 36, so you were born in 85?
88.
88. Well, yeah, 10 years difference.
Yeah. But look at it this way. I actually talked to somebody who knows another autistic guy who didn't get married till he was 40 and didn't have kids until he was 42. So, it gives me a little bit of hope. It doesn't make me as depressed, but at the same time, it's like,
well,
I have no words.
I turned 46 this month. And
Yeah, but at least you have somebody, and you've had somebody for how long?
she moved in 2017 after we talked online for almost 4 years.
Right, exactly.
So, I mean, it takes time. But, you know, it's just a
Yeah,
matter of,
but I'm
it's
sorry.
just a matter of time, and you'll find the right one.
Yeah, but how can you find the right one when A, you're not looking for starters, B, you just want friends, whether they're guy or girl, and knowing yourself like you do, knowing that you resonate the best with creative people, and when it comes to a girl, your family, their friends, my friends, all assume the worst case scenario, that I only care about dating, that only, that's all I care about. It's like, you know how frustrating
Well,
you know how frustrating it is to have my damn ex do what she did, and have people be so damn negative that that's all I care about. I've been burnt on the dating field for 10 to 15 years. Dating is fucking farthest from my damn ass mind, and I can't get that through my fucking uncle's head and everyone else at the damn church. Don't get me wrong, because she is a girl and she is creative, there is that potential there. But that's all it is potential. It's not based on emotions. It's not based on any personal beliefs. It's based on facts, scientific facts, based on what I know about her, based on what I know about me, and the fact, and mostly because of the creativity aspects between us. It's a common fact that I resonate best with creative people, and because she is a girl, there is that potential based on scientific fact. Where in the fuck is emotion in that?
Without emotion, it won't last.
Well, exactly. But you can't very well have emotion. You very well can't have emotion if you don't even talk in the damn first place. Because everyone's so busy thinking that you only care about dating and trying to prevent a friendship from happening. I mean, her and I didn't even get a chance to talk or be friends because of everyone else.
Well, do it anyway.
No, because, if I was to do exactly that, it would just prove them right. The more I fight it, the more I push her away, the more I don't talk to her until she talks to me first, I prove them wrong. And I stand by what I say. By talking to her first, it only proves their mindset as correct. And their mindset is fucking wrong. I am defying their damn ass thoughts. And yes, for now, my defiance is proving them right. But at the same time, she's an adult. She can talk to me if she wants to.
Well, that works both ways. The more you ignore her,
No. So here's
the more she's going to think you're not interested.
Well, see, here's the thing. That's the trick here. So I'm very creative in what I do, and I use her as a base on my creativity lately because, and it's not anything on personal feelings. It's like her personality fits like a couple of characters in my book that I really, really liked. And believe it or not, her personality, comparing it with a worldly view, literally made my first best poetry poem I ever thought I would ever do. And then the second poem I made was based on another girl I knew, and that one was a hit. It was like I don't know where this idea of poetry came from. Like I didn't know I was good at it, and now I get to the point. Now I get to the point that I'm like really emotional. I'm really upset, and I'll start rhyming, and I don't even realize it until I finish rhyming, and then so now I've developed this thing like. I wasn't trying to rhyme, but apparently it's time.
Yeah. I have written 2 poems in my entire life. The first when I was 9, and the second after a pretty painful breakup.
Yeah, to let my ex, you have no idea what I wanted to do to her. Trust me, there was some dark places that were very unchristian like that I will never go back to ever again.
The first one, when I was 9, got me published.
Really? Very nice.
Yeah, back in 1980 something. I'd have to look it up.
Well, believe it or not, those 2 poems I did off of her and the other girl is going in a book for 2025.
Cool.
Yep. But again, this is a new talent that I didn't know I had, and apparently now that I do it, and I'm pretty damn good at it, apparently when I get super upset, I start rhyming, and I don't even realize it until I finish rhyming, and then it's like my brain triggers, like, oh, I just rhymed. But so it's not only a new thing I'm doing that I'm really dang good at, but apparently it's now bled over to my emotional side, and I'm having a hard time trying to control that.
I wish I still had a copy of the second one. I published it online, but the site where it was published is now owned, has changed hands 5 or 6 times, and my work that was posted there is long gone.
Gotcha.
But I was getting responses, a lot of them along the lines of, we can really feel your pain in your writing.
Right, and I think that so to answer your question is, so as long as I keep her away, I don't validate everyone's friend, her friends, her family, my friends' beliefs that they are right and I'm wrong, because I'm fighting their beliefs. I'm not fighting her. Believe it or not, I'm still very much in favor of us being friends and talking and being friends. And I say that in multiple different ways, in multiple different videos, because I do still make videos and still fight for what's right. So see, there's this whole thing is like her and her friends, her family, even my friends, and pretty much everyone at the church and even my family believe I have given up. No, I haven't given up. It's you didn't want to hear it with me telling you to your face, and you wanted to take actions to keep me from doing so. So you know what? Now I'm doing it a different way. So while you guys think I'm giving up, no, I'm just fighting a different way. But I'm still fighting for justice. I'm still fighting for what's right, and I'm still fighting for believing that her and I could be good friends. If and when we talk, and that's not giving up. That is just doing it a different way, but still fighting for the same belief. Sometimes you just sometimes like a battle strategy in war. Sometimes you got to make a different strategy to come at it at a different angle to be able to be more successful.
If at first you don't succeed,
try and try again.
Yeah, destroy all evidence that you tried. Anyway, good night.
Good night.